As a Russian living in the US, I was taught from early age that men have to be ugly, have to be a little bit prettier than monkey.
Turns out she's not the only one. Ask enough women who moved here what surprised them most, and it's rarely the skyline, it's the men. So what exactly won't they stop talking about?
Came to the US, men are so hot, definitely way prettier than a monkey and even prettier than women, to be fair. I'm still scared of this because in my culture it's considered to be narcissistic if a man is too handsome. Apparently here it's like a normality, so I feel a little bit insecure because I'm so used to being with a Russian Shrek.
All of that is swagger. It wears off in a week. What keeps them isn't the confidence. It's what these men do when nobody's counting.
Hill I am 100% willing to die on is the fact that I truly believe that Americans are the most attractive people on the planet Earth. Okay, and hear me out. I'm going to give you the reasons why. I'll give you the reasons why. Number one, they all have perfect teeth. Every single American has ding, ding, perfect teeth every time they smile. Number two, anytime I think of an American, especially a bloke, I think he's wearing a snapback hat the other way, and he's just, oh yeah, don't worry darling, let me pick you up in my truck and I'll get you some nerds and Captain Crunch. That is my type. A man who drives a truck and has Captain Crunch in his car. That is my man. And they're all just so soft-spoken with their accents. They're just so, oh yeah, no worries, I'll just go to 7-Eleven and get a big gulp. Oh, I love you. Americans, I love you. And they just, everything is bigger and better in America. Yup.
One thing I absolutely love about American men, and no, it is not the fact that they call me ma'am, although that does make my heart palpitate through my chest, is the confidence that American men have. I don't know what it is, but the confidence of an American man is just a different level. The amount of men who just slide into my DMs, who are in the comment section saying, I will give you a green card if you literally just come to Vegas. They always have so much confidence. They're like, hell yeah, my southern lady, I'll be willing to take you down south. You don't know me, but yet they will still have that confidence. They will still have that, get in my truck, miss ma'am. Well, shoot me down, sir, and I might. But I love a man with a bit of confidence, and one thing about American men is they sure know what they want. They sure do. They sure do. I don't know why everyone in my comment section has a southern accent to me, but that's exactly how y'all sound. But I just want to say I love that American men have so much confidence. I don't know what it is, but they got it like that. They got it like that.
Why do I like American men? Because they know how to respect you, and also they know when to disrespect you respectfully, you know.
No apology, just raw confidence. In Ukraine, we'd spend 5 minutes saying no politely while the pan is being already preheated. Number two, he tells me to calm down, like how dare is he? Everyone knows that in Ukraine it's not de-escalation, it's pretty much a challenge. You say that to me and suddenly I'm calm, but also thinking about what I'm gonna do to you next. Number three, he doesn't check in on me when I'm out with my girlfriends. And honestly, I appreciate the trust because I feel like a lot of Ukrainian women are just not being trusted to not get into any sort of trouble, so their men have to check in on them every 5 minutes.
Everyone has been asking me, like, how's dating in New York going? How's meeting people in New York, meeting people out? I'm so glad you asked. So I went to a bar in the West Village on Saturday, and this guy comes up to me and he says, I know this is bold, but I just had to tell you, I saw you when you walked in, and I turned to my friends and said, that's the girl I'm gonna marry. And I was like, oh my God, great. Then we're chatting, and then the conversation kind of like peters off. He's like, well, I really wanna keep talking to you. I really wanna see you again. I'm like, perfect. He's like, can I get your number? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what's it gonna take for me to see you again? And I was like, I don't know, like, ask me on a date? And he just walks by. So I'm like, oh, word, got it, awesome. And he comes back like 5 minutes later and he says, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm never gonna take you on a date. It's not really my thing. I'm just way too young for that. And I was like, geez, how old are you? 28. 28. So that's how it's going.
None of this cost the men who did it a single dollar. But for the women telling you this, staying here costs something.
So a lot of people ask me, you're Ukrainian, why did you marry an American? Well, first of all, I've lived in the US for 10 years, so at some point dating here just became natural. But honestly, American men are different. They're more real, more independent, and they expect you to be the same. In Ukraine, dating feels more traditional. Men chase, women expect certain things. It's very structured. With my husband, it was like no games, no pressure, just partnership. That was new to me and I loved it. So yeah, I chose to marry an American not because I stopped being Ukrainian, but because I wanted something that felt equal, free, and real to me.
The woman says, oh no, the man in the hat already paid for your beers. So we go up to shake his hand. We think it's probably the guy in the big cowboy hat. And he's shaking our hands as a firm handshake. And it's a proper Texas hospitality. He's like, oh yeah, he's just chatting away, asking us where we're going, where we're from. Lovely Texas man. And then he's like, hold on, wait here. I've got something for you guys. And he gave us both this heavy duty pin from the Amarillo Police Department. And it's
heavy.
It's really heavy duty. And he's like, this is for you guys. And then everyone's chatting away and we're shaking everyone's hands. And then as we're leaving, somebody else is like, oh, I overheard you chatting. Everyone is so friendly. Normally this kind of bar maybe would intimidate me a little bit. But in Texas, no point in being intimidated because everyone is literally has a heart full of gold, it seems like. That was the nicest thing.
And pockets full of gold.
Yeah, and pockets full of coins.
One of the other reasons why I love dating American men is how open they are to talk about money. Even the ones who told me they're not money-minded, they will tell me right off the bat what is their net worth, how much money they make per year, whether they have health insurance. I swear to God, the difference between dating American men and European men are day and night, seriously. I don't know what's gotten into the head of European men, but they're so spineless. I just see them as spineless men now. I just can't respect this man. Recently went for a date with a German guy and he said, oh yeah, already he will want family sooner than later. But he can't even tell me if his company provides maternity insurance or not. Oh, he said it's not relevant. Why are you asking at this point? That sounds so materialistic. It's almost like they're educated to not take care of the women at all at this point. So I'm sorry if you're European, I cannot date you. Only Asians and Americans and capitalistic mindset men need to apply. Yes, I'm looking for a provider, but I am also feminist educated, so I can't respect a leader who abuses. I can only respect a leader who can protect their females. So that's what I'm looking for.
I married an American for a passport. People love to say I married my American husband just to get a US passport. Well, let me tell you why that's the dumbest theory ever. I still don't have one, and we'll be married for 5 years. If that was my master plan, I'm doing a terrible job. The paperwork is endless. The process takes years, and I'd have to stay in the US without leaving while my documents get processed. No thanks. US passport, paying taxes to the US forever, no matter where you live. Why would I want this? If I wanted a better passport, I would have married someone from Singapore or Japan. Their passports rank way higher for visa for travel. But the truth is, I was raised with very strong family values. Of course I married him because of love, not a dumb passport.
Here's the part nobody warns you about. Every one of these women describes the same short list: confidence, a straight answer, a man who does the dishes without being asked twice. None of it sounds dramatic on its own. But put 14 of these clips side by side, and a pattern shows up that none of them are naming out loud. What they're actually describing isn't romance, it's the absence of a performance. Nobody here is chasing her. Nobody here is negotiating. That's a strange thing to find remarkable, and that's exactly why it is. The more of this you get, the harder it becomes to imagine going back to a version of dating that runs on games and half answers.
I just had a small dating orgasm. This American guy, he asked me for my phone number and didn't just offer his. He texted me right away and didn't wait for 2 weeks. He invited me for a dinner, not for just drinks or a walk. He asked me in advance what is my favorite food and what area I live in so he can find a place that is convenient for me. Okay, I am not going on a date with him. There must be something seriously wrong with him.
Hey, so what is the best part of marrying an American guy? I'm not saying it's not good to marry a Filipino guy or any other culture. I'm just saying American because that's what I'm married to. I don't know about any other foreign guys. So the best part of marrying an American guy is that they brought up in this life. Now I'm talking about older guys, okay? 50 and up. I'm talking about those guys. I don't know how they do it now with the younger men. But based on my experience, based on my observation, I'm just gonna say what I think. Now, growing up, my mom, my grandma always clean the house, wash the laundry, take care of their husband. That's how it works, traditional. My dad comes home, house clean, food is ready, all that stuff. The man is always the breadwinner of the house, or the man of the house. They find the money, work for it. I'm not saying my mom didn't work, she works also, but I'm saying that the housework stuff, it's all the wife's work. Now it's probably different over there, but the best part of it is that my husband brought up to this world, growing up having to do some responsibility in that house. He was brought up properly. He was brought up doing the housework, dishes. His parents wasn't babying him. He worked at his early age. So my point is that my husband do laundry, clean the house. I have help. I feel it in my heart that I have help. If I can clean the house, he will clean the house, because he's done it before and he knows how to do it. Now that's the best part. Not only he brings the bacon in the house, but he also do housework. Besides the work that he does the outside of the house, he also does that. So yeah, I think that's the best part.
So I'm dating a guy who's nice to me for the first time ever in my life, I think. And I don't think anyone told me this, but so what's with the I'm crying a lot crying a lot because he keeps doing really nice stuff for me and I keep being like, what? So that's cool. On New Year's, he asked me to be his girlfriend at midnight, which is fun and cute. And he was like, will you be my girlfriend? And I went, what? And he was like, will you be my girlfriend? And I said, are you doing a bit? And he was like, who hurt you? And I was like, everyone. What are the rules of New Year's? Is it like April Fool's? No, but like take backsies. Like, joke's on you. And he's like, you're a wounded animal. I was like, okay.
Not one of these women moved here chasing a man. They came for a degree, a work visa, a passport stamp that had nothing to do with romance. What caught them off guard was smaller than that. A stranger who paid for a round of beers and asked for nothing back. A husband who does the dishes because his own mother never let him get away with not doing them. A man who texts back the same day, not 2 weeks later. None of that is a love language America invented. Confidence exists everywhere. Doing the dishes exists everywhere. What's different here, if these 14 women are telling the truth, is how ordinary it's allowed to be. Nobody treats basic decency like it's a grand gesture. Maybe that's the real story here. Not that American men are extraordinary, that the bar everywhere else got so low, ordinary started reading like a miracle. Subscribe to Fresh Off the Plane, people seeing this country for the first time, in their own words. Tell me in the comments, does this match what you've noticed, or is it the opposite where you're from?
Something that people don't tell you about moving to America is the fear that when you do move, you do not ever want to leave. So I just moved here and I'm on a temporary 5-year visa, a business visa. I have a jewelry brand. And I just went to In-N-Out and I drove through the Hollywood sign, like with the mountains and the sunset, and it was amazing. And I was just like, I can never leave. Like, I literally can't leave. And you get this fear of every day I'm like, I cannot leave. Like, I cannot go back to England. Like, that would just be the worst thing ever. And I have such a fear of it that I'm like, it motivates me to do anything to stay here, but I'm also like afraid of losing America. And I wonder if anyone else has that. Like, now I have this life, like, in and out, and just like my business and my friends and my boyfriend lives here. I'm like, I cannot go back to England ever again. It's just too good here. So the visa process is definitely worth it, but you do get a fear or like a sense of, I do not want to lose this ever. And it's kind of motivating, it's good to have that, but then it's also like unstable a little bit because I'm on a temporary visa, so I'm not even on a green card, or my visa doesn't lead to a green card or citizenship. So I'm like, dang, I have to be successful because I need to stay here.